have our classic track logo like right over Ren's head.
Yes.
We'll work on that.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Hi.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, heck yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we can stay
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday night. Welcome to the American Sci-Fi Classics track. Welcome to week 3 of what, no joke, we were only going to do 1 week of. And it has taken on a life of its own. And this is only week 3 of week 4. We are going to take a skip week next week and do something else. And then in 2 weeks, we'll have a 4th week of this thing because apparently everybody who creates TV and movies and comics, they like to have bands in things. And they've made up tons of bands. And this is some of them that we.
There's a very bad joke in this that a year ago we were in the first couple weeks. It's supposed to only be about a month or so.
Yeah,
yeah.
There was
congratulations! This is the DragonCon Sci-Fi Classic track from now on.
Yeah.
This is the only panel we will be doing from here on out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Thank you, Madison. And it's good to have you in the audience as always.
Yeah, heck yeah. So what we are doing, as we've done for the previous 2 weeks, is we are going to pick 16 bands at random, and then our gaggle of learned individuals will decide who would win in a battle of the bands until we get a finalist, and then that winner will go on to the big finale 2 weeks from now. But so far, how angry are each of you? Let's do this. Let's go around and ask all of our panelists how angry you are about any one particular band that has not been drawn yet. Lee.
I am super upset that we have not seen the Electric Mayhem or the Ninja Turtles. Where are they? Where are they, Joe?
They're in here somewhere.
Joe.
And Keith and Ren.
Hi. I'm personally, I'm still angry about Wild Stallions not winning 2 weeks ago. So yeah,
I know.
I do agree with Ray about the Electric Mayhem, but as I said last week in the chat, is that where's Drats? I mean, hey, when you've got Rock and Roll as basically a seminal animated movie with Blondie as the lead and of a band, okay, of anamorphic cats and dogs. It's just a bunch of Disney animators who got fed up and left and did this. I think Drats needs to be talked about.
Yes.
Yes.
And now they have been. So
yes.
mission
Accomplished.
So Chris.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest disappointment so far is that we haven't seen Dr. Teeth in the Electric Mayhem. And the biggest loss that I'm still upset about is I can't believe Spinal Tap isn't in this thing. I can't believe they got destroyed. It's true. First week.
It came down to the very end, and Spinal Tap did not make it. I somehow Stonehenge is at fault, but
of course, yeah, because it's only 6 inches tall.
So. Yeah, exactly. So, Sean.
Well, honestly, we've hit a lot of the bands I'd wanted to see. Jem and the Holograms is definitely one that I'm surprised we haven't seen yet. But also, I don't even know if he made it into the cup, but Sammy Kerr from Trick or Treat from like 1986.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a little horror, kind of going on. I'm surprised somebody hasn't suggested him or we haven't seen him come out of the box yet. I think he'd be a good contender, but I think he'd be on the Rex Manning level of like one round and then he's pretty much out.
Sure.
I'd still like to see it happen.
A lot of the guys are only made for like the one round, but
right.
Who the heck knows?
That longevity is a real hard nut to crack. So,
so Kevin.
Joe, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That I wore my homemade "If the Gilmore Girls Were the Ramones" T-shirt to rep for Lane Kim's band Hep Alien.
Hep Alien
had not shown up yet.
Now, I will say Hep Alien is in here. I put him in there. So Hep Alien is a possibility tonight, and my co-conspirator on the American Sci-Fi Classics track 4, is this year 10 years, Gary?
Yeah, our first year was 2012. So this would be our 10th year of doing it, but not time is weird.
Time is weird.
It has no meaning.
Lunchtime doubly so.
Yes. And we had a band from the Hitchhiker's Guide in the first round on the first episode. They didn't make it.
No.
Well, they made it a few rounds in.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for me, it's Cold Slither was robbed, but I helped rob them, so I can't really be mad about it.
I know, right?
And also, I would a highlight for me so far was the fake nepotism that got Stillwater moved to the next round last week. Because Almost Famous was directed by Cameron Crowe. It was a tie. It came down to my vote. And Cameron Crowe, I am not related to, but I put them through.
Yeah,
so
you birds have to flock together.
I mean, so here are a lot of bands, fictional bands.
In the Kiss
They
Cup.
are in the Kiss Cup.
The Kiss
As
Cup
I've
of
said-
Destiny.
The Kiss Cup of Destiny. As
The
I've
cruel mistress.
Yeah, it is. As I've said, if you'd never heard of Kiss and someone described Kiss to you, you would say, they're not real.
Mm-hmm.
And
I must point out that RoboKiss did not survive the first week.
The evil robot Kiss from Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park did not make it. So are we ready for let's make a first round matchup.
All right.
And our two brackets of 8 contenders each.
Hot dog division first, correct?
Thank you. Yes, the hot dog division, because of the dog in the Archies who cannot speak but can play the tambourine. That is why we call that the hot dog division. We'll get to the other division, which is the Jabberjaw division, because that is a shark who can he play an instrument? I'm sure he can.
He plays the drums.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Underwater, no less.
Underwater, guys. Here's what's going to happen.
Talented shark.
This, as like the previous two panels that we've done of these, these are deep cuts.
Yeah.
And that's what we like. We're going hard into the archives of awesomeness.
Yeah, Curtis Matthews, I am waiting for DethKlok to come out of the cup as well.
Oh, that's a
And,
good
Madison, I do think that ICP isn't real. I think that's a collective delusion. And
ICP
Chris
is not real,
Gaines might
nor
count.
are magnets.
Oh, right. Oh, magnets are real. We just don't know how they work.
That is true. Yeah, you are correct. I stand
Something to
corrected.
do with gravity or something.
Aha.
Gravity is a myth made up by people who think the Earth is round.
Oh no.
Okay.
Round earthers.
I'll lay down.
Yes, as we all know, there is no gravity. The Earth just sucks.
There we go.
It's just a paper plate, damn it.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going for what we're going to do before we start voting. We're going to get all 16 names
Right.
out of the thing, and so the first name coming out of the cup tonight is from Streets of Fire, Ellen Aim and the Attackers.
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right.
I didn't think we'd have a Streets of Fire poll, but here we are. Okay.
Hey, Ellen Aim was one of the
From the
first bands
jump.
I thought of.
From the jump, first pick. Second pick, the Blues Brothers.
Oh,
Oh, well, there's our sacrificial lamb choice of the week. So,
I'm in pain already.
yeah, Gary, Gary, man, if you wanted your team to go past round one, you picked a bad opponent.
Hey, I didn't pick. He did.
That's true. That's true. Joe. No, I'm sorry. No, not even Joe. The cup picked of
Yes,
Destiny.
the cup.
It's all the cup.
It's
all the
all
Cup's
Ace
fault.
Frehley's fault.
So cruel.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Sister Mary Clarence from Sister Act, and the St. Catherine's Choir.
Yes. Yeah, she has
Okay.
had the choir with her.
And Jem and the Holograms.
Oh no!
Yeah.
See,
that's
this
gonna be a
is
bad
this
one.
week. As many people as we've pulled out up until now, this week is probably going to be the most brutal.
Oh. I don't know. I'm sorry. Week one was
Week one was legit.
multiple bloodbaths. Multiple.
This panel is not for the timid.
No.
Last week kind of felt like a respite because there weren't too many bad arguments. But that first week, man, it was like sweating bullets. Whew.
You're making up for it tonight already, though.
I know. I'm feeling it.
See who Jem's up against.
No, Jem's up against Sister.
Jem's up against Sister Act. She's up against
Sister
Wookiee.
Act, yeah.
Yeah, Jem is going up against somebody with God on their side. So
Yeah,
you
true.
know.
Man.
Well, so's LNA. But,
Oh, wait a minute. We have two in a row that are, on missions
God's
from
on their
God.
side.
Yeah. We've got divine
Okay.
intervention going on here.
Next up, Jackson Heights' own Mr. Randy Watson and Sexual Chocolate.
Oh. Okay, give us somebody really terrible because I wanted to get through round one. He's our Rex Manning of the week. Come on.
I believe the children are our future.
Oh.
Spence is killing me.
Come on, Sexual Chocolate versus.
From Lost, Drive Shaft.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God. Yeah. Yes, the Hobbit band.
Yep.
Yeah. No problem.
Hey, us, everybody.
Right.
Or
Not
out
Penny's
or
boat
what.
is going down.
Yeah.
It's not even one of the interesting Hobbits. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Yeah,
we
come
are
on.
now in the final bracket for the first team of 8, and that is the Ruddles.
Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
man.
Okay.
All right.
All you need is.
I'm really hoping it's Sergeant
Yeah.
Pepper. I'm really hoping it's Sergeant Pepper.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
That would make it hard.
That would be. Yeah.
And the opponent for the Ruddles,
It better not be.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
hearts
a
are
tough one,
breaking
man.
with that
Oh.
round.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's-
He's and I have seen Hedwig and the
Oh,
Angry Inch on
man.
Broadway, so
My soul hurt.
Yeah.
That's, ooh.
Ruddles.
Oh man,
All
that's
right.
going to be a rough round. That. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
now,
week is making up for lost time.
Okay. Okay.
Starting out the
Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw.
division. The Misfits.
Yes.
Yay! Oh,
Now, that
good.
is
So
the
they
only
and
one-
Jem are on opposite sides.
Their
Which means
song-
the only way they're going to get a face off is if they win. Oh, that would be an
God.
amazing
They,
show.
they all have to win. Yeah,
That would be awesome.
Their songs are better.
their songs are better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. And
We broke
Oh,
Joe.
no.
going up against the Misfits from Miami Connection, Dragon Sound.
Well, that's an
Okay.
easy pick.
It is.
Ah.
Friends.
I have a friend who introduced me to that movie, and I still haven't forgiven them.
I watched the awful video of them today, and one of the lyrics of their songs is, "You've got a friend in me." So what we're saying is Toy Story ripped off Dragon Sound.
God.
Randy Newman.
I don't know. That's a big stretch on that one.
Yeah, although I could see Randy Newman being familiar with the movie
Yeah.
Oh
and figuring, hey, nobody's heard of this fucking thing, you know.
Kyle, every round can be painful. I
Yes.
disagree that not
Yeah.
every round can be painful. Every round can, in fact, be painful.
And you know
Yeah,
when we
right.
get to the contest of champions, that's going to be just
Oh,
Why am
brutal.
I reaching forward for the keyboard when my
All right. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Next up,
Okay.
I always love it when Joe goes, "Oh."
Yeah. From Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, The Nightmare.
Oh boy.
Riverbottom Nightmare Band.
Okay, Jabberjaw's got a theme running this month.
Yes.
They do.
The
Misfits. We got the Nightmare. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm digging it.
And I'm gonna say this: the Riverbottom Nightmare.
They won.
They are jamming. That band is very cool.
Look,
Yeah,
they're
and they won. They kicked the crap out of Emmett.
Freaking Emmett
and his mom.
Go home, Emmett.
Oh.
Your freaking mom.
All right, who's going up against the Nightmare?
Here's where
Going
Dr.
up
Teeth
against
appeared.
the Nightmare Band from Howard the Duck, Cherry Bomb.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
The only watchable
Yep,
part
yeah.
of Howard the
Hell
Duck.
yeah.
Yes.
Honest
And you
to
would
God,
know, Keith.
honest to God, Cherry Bomb might be our own eaters this week, where they're going to just travel on the strength of one song for quite some time. Because that Howard the Duck song, I don't care what you can say about that movie, that song's a jam. All right.
Their song "Hunger City" is
Yeah.
so good.
Hey, Kevin, you got to remember to tell StreamYard to give permission to see your name, because that's your quote there. Kevin Eldridge is saying all his money on the Riverbottom Nightmare Band right now. He wants them to go all the way.
I will accept bribes if you're in the chat, by the way.
All right, let's see.
So good so far.
We'll see how this goes.
One more.
One more.
DethKlok.
Oh,
Yes!
finally.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Jabberjaw Division's got a theme tonight.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Was Venger's Horse in a band? No, Venger's Horse was the band. Nice D&D reference.
All right, we have 3 more.
Okay.
Yeah, who's going up against the clock?
Yeah. Hopefully it's somebody very easy to pick against.
If this GD Electric Mayhem doesn't get in this bracket.
Oh, watch it be Electric Mayhem. You just jinxed it, Kevin. It's going to be DethKlok versus
I'm
Electric
gonna be
Mayhem. And then
so
we're just-
mad. I'm gonna be so angry.
Oh.
You have no idea.
Dr. Teeth and the Electric
You did this, Kevin.
You did this to me.
I'm the
How
chaos
dare
agent.
you? How am I supposed to deal with that?
Kirby. Oh!
Here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rita Moreno.
I got him here.
Oh my god.
Jabberjaw's curse.
Jabberjaw is cursed. You know what?
At least.
Yeah,
I
because
mean-
last time it was Cold Slither up against Wild Stallions in the Jabberjaw, and I'm
Yeah.
still salty.
That's not right. That's not right.
I'm not okay with that. I'm really mad about that. Damn it.
Okay.
Oh, there, Kevin Matthews. Damn you, Kevin Eldridge.
We're going to have company.
Kevin picked up a fan.
All right. Okay. From Daria, Mystic Spiral.
Woo!
Yeah.
La, 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 la.
Oh, tell
I
us how
like
you really
Daria.
feel,
I don't like
Sean.
Mystic Spiral. I like Daria. I just don't like Mystic Spiral. Yeah. Like.
And finally.
Finally.
Last one.
And
Our final contestant.
Yeah, we're not going to have Drats now. Drats is never going to be heard from.
I don't like that laugh.
Oh no.
I never liked that laugh.
Marvin Berry and the Starlighters. It's your cousin, Marvin.
Yeah.
Marvin Berry.
No Drats. So, I mean, seriously, guys. A movie that has Debbie
Okay,
Harry, all of Cheap Trick, Iggy Pop, and a bunch of other people in it. Rock
We've
and
got one
roll
more
is
week.
completely
Okay,
not
so-
seen here.
Point
Yes.
of order on Marvin Berry and the Starlighters.
Okay.
Are they with or without Marty?
All we have to go by is written on the card that came out of the cup said
I
Marvin
think we
Berry.
have to debate that when we get to that round.
We'll
Yeah.
get to that. Okay.
It
We'll
didn't
put
Kind of
a
like
say
what
pin
we
in
had to
that.
do with
Marty
Josie and the Pussycats.
and
Yeah.
the Starlighters.
Yeah.
And debate
All
that
right.
we will.
Oh yes,
I think that would be a debate.
because
All
that's
right, so going back to round one in the hot dog bracket, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on. We poked the bear and he threw us in the fire.
You were so right, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle. Yes.
Kyle. I am so glad you arrive every week. Thank you for coming.
He's not wrong.
Not,
Kyle, I'm putting my hat on just so I can take it off for that comment, sir.
Okay.
somehow this is all Ace Frehley's fault.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it couldn't be Peter Criss.
No.
And we're back in the New York groove. Anyway.
Yeah. Boom. Thank you.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, ladies and gentlemen, now going back to round one,
Yes,
our
sir.
first competition is Ellen, Aim, and the Attackers taking on the Jake and Elwood, the Blues Brothers.
Why do you hurt me?
Outside of Gary. Gary, are you the only one who might vote against the Blues Brothers?
Okay, you see, this is a repeat of the week one. It's called Slither because Streets of Fire is one of my favorite movies. Ellen Aim is a fantastic singer. Songs by Jim fucking Steinman.
But Gary, are they on a mission from God?
No!
Thank you.
Are they able to magically change their clothes when Cab Calloway sings for them?
Right?
No!
Did they back
But
up
they
Aretha
do
Franklin?
Okay.
What's that?
Did they back up Aretha Franklin?
No!
Did they want dry toast and 2 whole chickens?
How can you not love it?
Blues Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, just like
It's
Ellen
the Blues
Aim,
Brothers.
they got Michael Pryor with a shotgun. We have.
He's a Springsteen fan. Come on.
I will say
Gary, I'm
this,
going to have to
however,
back you up on this.
I tried.
I am.
I kind of wish we had closed captions just for Keith and Ren, so that way we have like the show within the show, because they are intensely debating something over there.
Oh, sorry. She was trying to convince
No, I love it.
I'm trying to convince him because he is a major Springsteen fan, and
Okay.
he really, Streets of Fire is a Springsteen lyric. It's what it comes from.
Mhm.
Why doesn't he love that movie and that band? But he goes, just the Blues Brothers. It's like he won't even get off of the one line. It's just the Blues Brothers. This is not a debate. This is
But if Streets of Fire is Steinman, then that's like Springsteen mixed with Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
true.
Oh, and if it was up against somebody else, I might think
Yeah,
differently.
sure.
but it's
Yeah,
the
that's-
frickin' Blues Brothers.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying this is exactly like Cold Slither, because like that first week, I was like, Cold Slither is going to beat everybody. There's no one. Wild Stallions. Mother!
It's up against an icon. That's the problem.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I can't vote. How do you vote against the Blues Brothers? Like,
Oh, I'm about to.
Chris coming in with a sneak attack. He's got this little knife.
Okay.
Hey,
Now
Chris,
it's a battle.
next Dragon Con in person, you are getting a hug from me.
All right, man.
okay. Yeah. Look, like we'll be able to touch people. All right. So,
It's not that kind
There'll
of
be
con.
air hugs.
all right. Now let me say this. Now, in Ellen Aim's defense, in the Blues Brothers, are any streets on fire? Come on.
There's a lot of car crashes.
There
Do
are
they
a lot
have
of
Karen?
a lot of cars are on fire.
And
I'm just saying.
And the cars were on streets.
what
So-
about killed by Karen?
Okay.
It was produced in Chicago and in LA, so there had to have been fire somewhere. This is
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but-
somewhere.
But in the Blues Brothers' defense, did they have Ray Charles? Did they have Princess Leia? Did they have John F. and Candy? I'm sorry. Like,
Okay. Now that
They
is
have Rick Moranis.
if
I
you're
think
bringing
we're
up
gonna
a
have
street
to-
being on fire, I can bring up the heavyweights of Blues Brothers. I'm sorry.
Okay, now this does bring up.
Kyle and Tony Ann just pointed out that there was Carrie Fisher in the flamethrower. So
And the
she's on
flamethrower.
fire.
That's right.
Yeah.
She was ready to set the streets on fire.
Okay,
Yeah.
point of order. The Blues Brothers is two white guys singing black music.
How is that different from reality?
Yeah.
That's true.
Sorry.
But they were also raised by Cab Calloway, and Cab Calloway gave them the
Right,
stamp
yeah.
of approval. And if Cab Calloway gives you the stamp of approval,
You're
you
okay.
can sing whatever the hell
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so why don't we vote? And we'll start with Lee.
I gotta go Blues Brothers. I have no other choice. That's it for me.
And Keith and Ren.
We're on a mission from God.
I think he's right, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't. I
Chris?
tried, but I can't. I have to go with him.
Chris?
Streets of Fire. Sorry. I love that movie way more than I like the Blues Brothers. I'm going to run now.
Oh, Blues Brothers. Absolutely.
That's 1, 2, 3 to 1 so far. This could come down to a tie. Kevin.
I like all the other acts in the Blues Brothers more than the Blues Brothers. So I'm going to go Streets of Fire.
Oh.
Oh, I see how it is. First, you throw DethKlok under the freaking bus. Then you try to go after the Blues. Okay. Okay.
Gary, it's down to you.
It's my heel turn.
Yeah, it is.
It's totally the
heel chair.
Wait, the twist isn't supposed to be till Act 3, not Act 1?
Yeah. This is the first match.
No, this is the Snyder cut of
Well, then we all have to vote in slow motion.
There's not enough slow motion for it to be the Snyder cut.
There's not
and there's too much color.
Brown.
By the way, to be perfectly honest, in about I think 20 more minutes, we will reach the length of the Snyder cut with all of these panels.
Watching all this back to back will be the Snyder cut. There we go.
Yep.
All right.
So, Gary.
Thankfully, you know what? I gave it to the Wild Stallions because I turned my back on my boys Cold Slither. I'm not doing it again.
Okay.
Ellen Aim and the Attackers.
Okay.
So it's a tie.
That is a profile in courage, Gary.
Yes.
Oh my lord! The first vote of the first round of this week, and we're already to Joe for a tiebreaker.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm not.
That also means it's his fault.
Yeah,
it is.
No.
I'm not pretend related to anybody in.
It's always Kiss's fault. Yes.
I could find somebody with the name of Crow in the credits of Blues Brothers if you give me like 5 minutes.
Positive, yeah.
Or at the very least, someone named Joe.
Yes.
Right. At the
well, there you go.
All right. I am, for all of Gary's mental stress that he has put himself through, I'm going Blues Brothers.
I cannot argue with that result.
Oh,
man. That was way closer than I thought it was going to be.
Right?
Me too. Streets of
brutal this week.
Oh, my Lord. Okay.
Oh, and Kevin, I did catch your Aretha reference there.
I sure did.
All right. Now, next up, second match.
No, Kevin Aldridge, they gerrymandered the panel.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Boom.
Oh.
Fine.
I knew that was coming. That's why I started waving.
If he had Hulk spray that could go through the internet.
Yes. All right. Oh, cattail. Nice.
Yeah, Kaylee has decided to join the panel.
Okay. Second match, first round.
Oh, Jesus. That was just the first match. Okay.
It's 9:30.
We're only just getting started.
Sister Mary Catherine and St. Catherine's Choir up against Jem and also the Holograms.
Madison, everybody can comment if they go to the Facebook page or to the YouTube link.
So, yeah.
Sister Mary has God on her side.
She does.
But Jem is truly outrageous.
Truly.
Like, truly outrageous.
And that's not to be discounted.
You
Yeah.
can't.
And lasers. I mean, can God do lasers?
She's got
And
the
her
power.
computer,
Well, I did not see any lasers in the Bible.
yeah. And her computer was called Synergy, so she was doing bullshit corporate speak way before everyone else.
That's true.
Although I will say that you can still
Jem and the leveraged stakeholders.
You can still
Now
listen
they need
to
somebody
in now, and it still sounds cool. Whereas you listen to Jem and the Holograms and think, yeah, that was the '80s.
I need someone to do a piece of fan art now of Jem with the stone tablets.
I mean, okay, look, look, I admit, Jem's opening theme song, alone should get her through a round. But then you put her up against Sister Act. I mean, there's so much musical joy in that movie. The whole point of that movie is how music can drive people to joy and to community. And that's a very moving thing. Not to mention that Whoopi Goldberg is top S-class tier, of her height of acting powers. I mean,
this was Whoopi.
Oh man, this is
peak Whoopi.
This is peak Whoopi.
Whoopi at her whoopiest.
Yeah, right. I mean, Whoopi at peak Whoopi, I mean, and she's just crushing it. And then, of course, she had the audacity to come back for a sequel, and they actually called it Back in the Habit, which, right there. But Jem has synergy, and you got to give her at least a few points for synergy, right? I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think because I tend to be the optimist and the positive, hopeful person in a lot of places, I'm going to give it to Sister Act by a hair. But I really like Jem in this fight, though. I really like Jem in this fight. I don't know.
The thing is, this is going to come down to it's Jem is power pop and positive pop.
Yeah.
So I could see the two of them teaming up.
Yeah, but I mean, I also like the fact
that because Whoopi's character's on the run, so she needs to hide, and Synergy can give her a disguise.
Right. But I mean, there's also the fact that, Jem, especially during the 80s, and I mean, now we're going into contextual stuff, but my sisters grew up on Jem. I was watching Jem and they had their toys and stuff. I was like, Jem is cool, and it was a thing that, at least for me, I was like, hey, you can like a cartoon that has all girl stuff and it can still be awesome and amazing. And you don't have to judge it through that weird lens of it has to be boys or it has to be girls. And that sticks with me a little bit. I got to be honest, but then again, Sister Act is also just a bunch of ladies too, singing and being awesome. So same math. I'm going to give it to Whoopi because it's peak Whoopi. But dang it, it's close in my head. It's close. I mean, does anybody sway Jem's way more? I mean, I don't know.
I'm definitely pro Jem here, and for me, it comes down to a few things. First off, I'm a godless person, so that element of the movie is completely lost on me. So whatever. I just feel for me, what it comes down to, I love Whoopi Goldberg. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love her. That said, I don't have 2 Whoopi Goldberg action figures on pre-order from Super 7 like I do their Gem figures that are coming out.
Did they make some?
Oh, they have Gem figures coming out in 2 months. Reaction.
No, I mean, did they make a Whoopi Goldberg sister?
I'm sure that there's a Guinan figure running.
I have a Guinan figure. I have several Guinan figures, but Guinan's not in the running.
It counts.
She's not in the running. No, she's not in this.
I love Whoopi Goldberg, but for me, it's just Jem was a show that I watched religiously. I have the box set. If you've ever seen Sienna D'Anima's Jizz parodies, they're the most outrageous, politically incorrect, absolutely hilarious things on the internet. Britta Phillips, who was Jim singing voice, she has a long career as a musician in the band Luna, which is one of my favorites. I'm just Team Jem all the way. No disrespect to Sister Act. It's a great movie. It's fantastic. But to me, I'm going in terms of personal preference. And what touched my life more and is definitely the weird rock music of Jem. Now, if Jem would come against the Misfits later, this is going to be a whole different discussion.
I also feel weird about, I think Sister Act is a great movie. I also love Whoopi, but I'm a little Jewish girl, and I feel weird voting for the Christian stuff. So I'm going to have to leave Jem, partially because I'm just do I want to vote for the Christian stuff, or do I? And also, Jem is awesome. I sadly never had any of the action figures as a kid, but loved the show a lot as a child.
Oh, hang on.
I'm gonna have to leave this way.
I had no real thing about
Kyle. Yes,
it was a thing that happened, but I don't care about the God part of Sister Act. But I care about what Sean mentioned, which is the joy it takes in music and the importance of music, and also that it has prominent roles not just for Whoopi but also for Kathy Najimy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah,
who is phenomenal, and it's a role where she gets to not be just the fat chick. She gets to actually be
Right. I mean, they have that beautiful conversation where Whoopi and are having that conversation. She's like, okay, you're really excited and you want your voice to reach God. Just bring it down like 3 octaves and we're golden, right? Like they have that beautiful conversation. Yeah. He's like, she's just like, bring it down. But also, you can remove the God element from this, and you can just look at the fact that this is literally a community center that, because of this music, rebuilds a broken down community. Like this community is revitalized because of what this church is doing, and specifically their music. So. Yeah, I mean, you can take the religious part out of it, but of course that does weigh in heavily as well. Yeah. So, I don't know what just happened there.
I'm actually, shall we say, too old to remember Jem as a TV show. I mean, I caught a couple people. I was already in college. Okay, I went in college. So I know something of it, and then but what blows I'm not voting for them is they redid the movie in 2015 with Audrey Peoples, who did Sharknado. So
right.
I'm just I hit that level and I go, yeah, that was when I was in college. But and the thing is, both Keith and I were raised. I was raised. He wasn't raised. I was raised strictly Roman Catholic. He was raised. I
was raised Keith was feral.
Catholic. I was raised strictly Roman Catholic. So a lot of that music I remember from Catholic school, even though I walked at 18. 16 is when I walked away from
right.
But I'm a lapsed Catholic since 16. There's lots of stories behind that, but I'm not going into. The music is part of my childhood and part of me growing up, and it was done extremely well in that movie. And they all had lots of fun doing it. So I have to go.
Yeah, I think we're both.
We have to go with Sister Act.
Yeah.
So,
Kevin,
I'm not super into religion, but I like gospel music just for like Sean said, the joy that it projects. I think Jem is awesome, but I'm going to go Sister Act here.
So, Chris,
vote.
Right. So we should just do a show of hands. Would that be?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Lee. Oh, we are. So, all right. We'll do a show of hands. Everybody for Sister Mary Catherine.
Oh, we're doing it again.
Oh, it's a split again. Oh, this is going to become the Snyder Cut.
Oh my god.
Oh, we should have done that in slow motion. We should have been.
Joe, you're the Kamala Harris of this classics track.
I am.
All right, so Jem and the Holograms.
I love both.
You must decide.
You must choose. To stay on brand, I should pick Jem and the Holograms.
Right.
But
I don't like that butt.
Nobody.
What are you talking about? Whoopi does that thing where she sticks her butt out and she's wiggling it. Come on.
I do like that.
I'm going to go with Jem and the Holograms.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of hoping for a Misfits rally at some point. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get it. But anywho, Jem and the Holograms.
Oh my lord, that was rough.
Now coming up next, Drive Shaft against Jackson Heights' own Sexual Chocolate.
Okay, first of all, you have to vote. How can you not vote for a band called Sexual Chocolate just on frickin' principle?
Indeed.
And secondly, it's just Drive Shaft. I mean, they weren't even like a good band.
They were like shitty Oasis.
Yeah, that was the joke. That everyone
they were
knew
a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone would say when he would say that he was the lead singer of Drive Shaft.
Yeah.
I love Lost, but I mean, it's Sexual Chocolate.
It's sexual, exactly. Like if we're measuring Lost, okay, like there's a good argument, but not just Drive Shaft, right?
Yeah.
Like,
If I were to list the top 2,000 things I like about Lost, the existence of Drive Shaft would not be on that list.
Exactly. Great point.
Did anyone even notice when that character died? I mean,
I did because it was stupid. It
Okay,
was a
fair.
I
stupid
remember
death.
that. Yeah.
and underwater and in slow motion.
yeah.
Okay, that was the one. Yes, that was stupid. I remember now.
I actually have no opinion whatsoever. I mean, I of Drive Shaft at all because
Yeah.
I was not a Lost fan. He was the Lost fan in the house.
I never watched Lost, so I'm by default Sexual Chocolate.
The thing is, Coming to America 2 or Coming to America is way better than it really should have been or could have been. It's pretty dadgum good, and Sexual Chocolate is in it, and they're the big finale at the end. But in the first Coming to America, everyone hates them, and they make fun of Sexual Chocolate.
But the best part of that is that only everybody from Jackson Heights gets hyped for Sexual Chocolate at the end of Coming to America. Like Drive Shaft, exactly. Yes, there you go. So Kevin voted.
All right.
But yes, absolutely. I mean,
We're gonna have fun explaining that at work tomorrow.
It's washable.
Well, look,
Working from
would have
home.
he would have more fun explaining it if he had written Sexual Chocolate on his hands.
Right. Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to do that right now.
All right, so unless anybody else has anything to say, I think this may be our quickest fight so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Drive Shaft. Anybody for Drive Shaft? All right, Sexual Chocolate.
Woohoo!
It's a sweep.
I believe the children are our future. There's a God up above. And those are all my impressions for the night.
Thank
Not
you.
true. Not true. I'll be doing one different. All right. So Sexual Chocolate moves on to the next round. And next up, Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Against
right.
the Ruddles.
Oh, man.
Yes.
This
All
one
you need is
hurts.
cash.
I mean, don't we want to see Hedwig and the Angry Inch go up against Randy Wilson and the Sexual Chocolate? Come on.
I feel like you're right. Yeah.
I mean, I love Eric Idle. I love the idea of the Ruddles. I think they're a wonderful parody. I mean, they were Spinal Tap before Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
But Hedwig. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
oh, Cat. Hello, Cat.
Yeah. Kaylee wants. Kaylee.
I love both so much, but here's how I'm going to justify my choice here. It's, the Ruddles, as genius as they were based on the Beatles, whereas Hedwig was Hedwig was a pastiche of glam rock, but it just took it and expanded it and created so much more meaning for it from what it tried to do. And that musical has so much worth and value, and it brings so much inspiration to so many people that for me it's like, and I love the Ruddles. I even have that terrible sequel they made on DVD, like unwatchable. Like I love it that much. I have Archaeology. I love the Ruddles so much, but I have to go with Hedwig here in terms of how it's in terms of like worth. Yeah, I have to go with Hedwig.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly, Hedwig deals with, dealing with sexual amorphism. It deals with, it has like, just this wonderful kind of German rock glam aesthetic to it. There's even a whole, like the whole last act of the movie, you're inside of Hedwig's head. I mean, there's so much going on. Sorry, I went Harry Potter there. But you're inside of their head. There's just a lot of really great stuff. And then the Ruddles. I mean, it's a Beatles parody. But it's Eric Idle, and I love Eric Idle. No,
it's Eric Idle, but it's not. I would say, since we were talking earlier, but I would say it's not peak Eric Idle.
Yeah.
No, but I
A
do
lot
think
of his
like
stuff is great, but
yeah.
I would agree with that. I think Spamalot is peak Eric Idle.
Yeah. And
That's very true.
Well, Kevin was going to say
one note joke.
I was going to say it's not peak Eric Idle, but I do think it might be peak the late Neil Innes, who did it. He was from the Bonzo Dog Doodah band, and I think some of those Ruddle songs are like legit jams. I Must Be in Love is a fantastic pop song, even divorced from the Beatles parody thing.
Yeah.
Having said that, I agree with everything Chris said about Hedwig, and I would go Hedwig. But no disrespect to the Ruddles, who I think are much better than they have any right to be.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's funny because I was originally going to go Ruddles because they're such a nostalgic thing for me. My dad had the cassette tapes that we would play when I was a kid,
cool.
but
Cool.
I think Chris kind of pulled me back over to Hedwig. I think you make some really, really good points. So I think I also have to go Hedwig.
Yeah.
Okay, I think let's
Keith and
close
Ren,
out
did you
the
throw out?
football round.
I am surprised. I mean, I'm a diehard Rutles fan, but I'm also really, really like Hedwig in the Angry Inch. We've seen it on Broadway.
Oh, cool.
And
was
it's
great.
phenomenal in person. I mean, we didn't see it. We missed Neil Patrick Harris, but we did see it on Broadway.
We saw it with the original.
We saw it with
Cameron Mitchell.
Dr. Mitchell.
Yeah.
He came back to do it. We saw him do it. But it is mind blowing to see it. But I'm back and forth because Ruddles was so seminal to me as far as parody music went. I grew up on Alan Sherman and others like him. I'm losing names again. Alan Sherman and before him, Spike Jones. I grew up on that. My father was lecturer and stuff like that. And the Ruddles fits right well into that kind of viewpoint. But it's Hedwig.
Yeah.
I think it's Hedwig. I
think the difference is that Hedwig captured a zeitgeist. Ruddles was merely, when I don't mean it to diminish it, but was only a parody.
Right.
Whereas Hedwig really embodied that particular style of music.
Yeah, it had a thing. Yeah.
And honestly, it was the parody of a zeitgeist, right? I mean,
Well, glam rock was a parody.
Well, I mean,
I think
now we're getting meta. I mean,
had the Ruddles not taken on Hedwig, we probably they would have had maybe a better shot of moving on.
Oh, definitely.
Let's do this.
Beat the crap out of Drive Shaft, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Ruddles, Hedwig.
I'm surprised.
Wow, clean sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
first.
It's the matchup. The matchup just doesn't. Yeah.
All right, let's move over to the first round in the Jabberjaws division.
All right.
Jabberjaw division, and that is Dragon Sound from my collection up against the Misfits, whose songs are better, as they proclaim in their own theme song.
Yeah, Dragon Sound is unique. Dragon Sound is interesting, and Dragon Sound is bad.
It is. Also, Dragon Sound was defeated by Taekwondo, so
that's true.
Don't forget that. So I mean, don't forget that. At least the Misfits lost on a musical level most of the time, but like, the Misfits.
If you love 80s cheese, Andy Sedaris level action movies, then yes, go watch that movie with Dragon Sound in it. But
I will say this: the Dragon Sound's blazer with the sleeves rolled up game is on point. Top notch.
There's an episode of Jem. Well, I mean, there are several episodes of Jem where the Misfits just actively try to murder Jem and the Holograms, which is amazing in and of itself. But there's one episode towards the end of the run, they enlist the help of Tech Rat to send Jem and the Holograms back in time.
Yes.
To try to just wipe them out of existence. And then they come back to the future with very Bill and Ted before Bill and Ted with rip-offs of Jimi Hendrix and other people and defeat the Misfits. Rick Raymond gets sent back to fight a dinosaur. It's an amazing show.
And you know what's funny is I'm so glad you brought this up, Chris, because the fact that it's against Dragon Sound, one of the things I always loved about Miami Connection is how many other movies it's inspired. A few years ago, I think we all remember Kung Fury, right?
Yes.
All right. And Kung Fury basically ripped off the plot of that exact episode that Chris was just talking about, where he goes back in time and he picks up, Velociraptors with lasers. He picks up a Valkyrie. I think Thor shows up at one point. He got RoboCop. There's all kinds of crazy people to go and try to kill Hitler. It's all science. They hack time. I'm telling you, they literally ripped off this particular episode of Jem and the Holograms, and it also happens to have a very Miami Connection feel to it. So if we were going to pick a winner of this round, I say it should be Kung Fury. But that's just me.
Yeah.
We have a run-in from Kung Fury with David Hasselhoff.
A run-in by Hasselhoff.
That was my write-in. But no, seriously though, I mean, Jem and the Holograms not Jem and the Holograms, the Misfits really, yeah, I'd have to give it to them. Yeah.
I used to host. Oh, go
ahead, Kevin.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I've never heard Dragon Sound. This is my first rodeo hearing about Dragon Sound.
The YouTube clip is about 2 minutes. So
okay.
Yeah. I would not recommend watching the whole movie, but go watch the whole movie. It's a thing you should experience.
Look, I'm already a glutton for punishment. I have plans to watch the Snyder Cut. So like,
yeah.
Right.
If you've watched Cats, you can make it through Miami Connection.
I have not watched Cats. Madison is very gung-ho about the fact that I should.
She's right.
But we're working up to it.
Miami Connection is aesthetic. That's all it is. Don't pay attention. It's just aesthetic. That's all it is.
Okay.
I used to host a punk rock radio show, and kids would call in requesting the Glenn Danzig Misfits, and sometimes I would play the cassette of the Jem and the Hologram Misfits, and then they'd call all angry, and it never stopped being funny. So I'm going Misfits.
That is amazing.
We've summoned Madison.
Oh, that is freaking great. I love that. That is so good.
Glad. Kevin,
I think you just won the panel.
Yeah.
I think you're the winner. Yeah.
I think I want to vote for the Misfits just because of Kevin's story.
Right? Like Kevin's batting 1,000. Right? Whether you love the heel turn or not, he's batting 1,000 tonight. He's on it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Sound,
do it.
Anybody for Dragon Sound? Misfits.
Yeah.
So
their eyeliner game alone.
Not a shutout, but all right. Now next up.
It was a shutout.
No, it was a shutout.
Yeah.
It was a shutout.
Are you voting for Dragon Sound, Joe?
No.
Okay.
Oh, he got morally offended at that, Gary. Like,
how dare you?
How dare you?
All right, coming up next, the Riverbottom Nightmare Band versus Cherry Bomb. This hurts because they are both awesome.
Yeah.
Riverbottom Nightmare Band has a snake playing the guitar.
And they have a fish whose only purpose in the band is to spit water on the audience. It's amazing.
Exactly.
And not to put too fine a point on it, but Cherry Bomb is in Howard the Frickin' Duck. If you
have to watch the rest of Howard the Duck to get to it.
Prior to Blade being released, Howard the Duck was the only Marvel movie that actually got released in theaters in the 20th century.
And technically,
in the 20th century. That's 100 years, people.
Howard Snake played the bass, not really the guitar. It's the bass, okay? He's got
damn.
Okay.
But and the Riverbottom Nightmare Band is in a Muppet production. This shouldn't even be a contest.
I like how it's written that catfish is for visual interest. That's the spinning on the audience, right?
Visual interest.
That's what it says on the Muppet Wiki.
Yeah.
Visual interest.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Yep.
So yeah,
I gotta give it to the Riverbottom Nightmare Band.
Also, this was one of the great subversive comic books of the 1970s, and they turned it into a 1980s goof fest, which had the exact same plot as E.T. and Mac and Me.
And
for Mac and Me alone,
the same plot.
And my 7-year-old self loved it. And I still watch that, but I can only watch it with kid eyes. Like I've tried watching it with my adult brain, and it won't work. Like my adult brain says, no, we're going to go back to being 7, and I'm in love with it.
Cherry Bomb was one of the few good parts of the movie, but
Keith and Ren's cat definitely wants a vote.
Yeah,
right.
No, she just wants pets.
She wants pets.
So I'm petting her.
She is a absolute pet me. Yeah. Anyone, we don't care, pet me.
But also, Emmett Otter Jug Band Muppets.
But yeah, I'm like, Keith has very, very strong opinions about Howard the Duck, given that he had to review it for Tour.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The things we do.
Watch the whole thing with him. I tried. That happens sometimes.
Yeah. Why? I don't know why you tried. What were you thinking?
Yeah, that's how you know it's love, Keith. That's how you know it's love.
Yeah.
Okay,
Would
so
you watch Howard the Duck with me? I'm sure Jessa would tell me no.
My wife
Cherry
has,
bomb.
on multiple occasions, watched Howard the Duck with me. Multiple occasions.
That's
Nice.
love. That's
That's
love,
love.
baby.
Well, it's almost a daily basis. He asks me if I want to watch Voyager with him.
She keeps saying no.
She
Once in a
keeps.
while, I'll watch it with him. I got
Hey.
stuff to do. Come on.
All right, so
Cherry bomb.
we got two.
Okay.
So the Riverbottom Nightmare Band.
Like a Frogtown Hollow talent show judge, I have to go for these reprobate but awesome rockin'
They
animals
really-
who don't like dental hygiene.
Yes.
And I must say that it's my favorite part of the Emmett Otter's depressing jug band Christmas. Riverbottom
I love it
Nightmare
so
Band
much.
is
Yeah,
You know,
I still haven't
what's the
forgiven
problem when
Evan.
the happiest part of the movie is the bloopers and the outtakes.
It's such a weird Christmas special. It is such a weird thing.
Yeah, I still haven't forgiven Emmett for putting a hole in his mother's wash tub.
all right. Here we go,
The
ladies. and
losers can
gentlemen.
get a job eating mashed potatoes.
This is going to be here we go. I feel like maybe I ought to jump to the next one just for a palate cleanser before we get to.
If I remember correctly, the last two
This-
fights are pretty bad, but go for it.
I'm gonna skip over this one. We're gonna go to cleanse the palate with the final one and come back.
Okay.
Mystic Spiral from Daria against Marvin Berry and the Starlighters.
Oh,
Okay, so now we have to have the debate. Do they have Marty or not?
absolutely.
Do they need Marty?
Do they
That's
need
no.
Marty?
That's
No,
an
they
excellent question. It's just like
They got the gig without Marty.
Do they need the
And
white
they-
boy? Like,
Not at all. But here's
Like-
the thing. Here's the thing. We have to also remember that we can only technically judge them on what we've been able to observe. And 80% of their entire performance in that movie is with Marty. So if you cut that out, they're basically just some elevator music. And they deserve way more respect than that. So the Marty trope notwithstanding, I don't personally want to kick Marvin Berry and the Starlighters out just because of the fact that, Zemeckis didn't want to give them a little bit more sound time.
Come on.
Sans Marty.
They do a killer version of Earth Angel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
Earth
true.
Angel's great.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah.
they
But
do.
Marty was playing in that, so you have to discount Earth Angel.
Oh.
You have to discount Earth Angel. You have to discount Johnny Be Good. The only stuff you get is that. That's it.
Lovely
That's all.
rendition. Go
They
clap.
also changed the
Go
thing.
clap for that rendition.
I'm still
A
into
good
that
beat
more
and I
than
can
the-
dance
the
to it.
Doria thing, though.
What's that?
I'm not voting Daria. No, I mean, I'll vote Daria as a cartoon, but I'm not voting for that band. Screw that band.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing. I love Daria, but I hate. Yeah, yeah.
Keith, you were going to
So-
say, I think?
I had to remind myself what Mystic Spiral was, basically, the post-grunge band from Daria, and they didn't make an impression on me at all.
No.
That kind of says it all, doesn't it?
Marvin Berry's group changed the course of American music via time travel. Mystic Spiral was just, a bunch of slacker dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't even emo rock. It was nothing. It was.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
It wasn't great. I think it was not great. I mean, it was purposefully not great.
Yes.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be good music. Like
Right.
the joke
Yeah.
was that they weren't good.
Well, if
Marvin Berry
you're
and the Starlighters were doing their best.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna give it to the Starlighters. I'm absolutely
Yeah.
gonna give it to the Starlighters. But
Me too.
I think it's important to remember that Mystic Spiral was supposed to be bad.
Yeah, that's my question is if your goal is to suck and you suck, did you succeed?
Yes. but
Madison
that's
called them
the reason
slacker
we were
guitar
voting.
boys. And
You know what? Hold on. Time out. No, we're not going for any of that protest vote bullshit, Gary. All right? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing any of that. No, we're not doing that.
Oh, I'm voting.
Away
I'm-
from
I'm-
the dark side, Gary. Do not vote for the slacker guitar boys.
No.
Do not
I'm
vote for
voting for the
Sun
Starlighters.
Giant,
I just wanted to throw that out there as a philosophical question.
Somebody's asking on the YouTube side if they could hear us at all, or if we could see them at all. We can see you. We're just
We can see
we're
your comments.
intensely,
Yes.
we're intensely debating. We swear.
All right. So, Mystic Spiral, Marvin Berry and the Starlighters.
I was scratching my back and I dropped my hand so fast. You don't count that as a vote.
It's your cousin, Marvin. Marvin Berry. All right, now back to
Oh god.
Okay, so here's the final.
Okay.
DethKlok
Oh.
against Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem Band.
I cannot tell you how angry I am about this matchup. I'm so mad.
Frank Oz, right?
I'm so mad. I'm
I
so
want
mad.
to
Kevin,
say about Dr. Teeth that some people may not know is that Dr. Teeth is actually based on the New Orleans pianist Dr. John.
Yes.
Right.
In the 70s, he actually dressed like that.
Yes.
He doesn't anymore because it's not the 70s anymore, but he did dress like the way, I mean, Dr. Teeth was completely patterned after him. And Dr. John is like one of the greatest piano players in the history of the world. Also, one cool thing that not everybody knows, all the Muppets,
That was a perfect.
that's good. The Muppets are all left-handed because Jim Henson was left-handed.
Right.
And I have a funny story about that. Roger Langridge, who did the Muppet Show comic book for Boom Studios in the 2000s, never knew the Muppets were left-handed and drew them right-handed. And I was the one who told him that he was doing it wrong, and he felt really bad.
No way!
I love that run, by the way. I have the big omnibus. It's a beautiful book. If you've never seen it, it's really good.
Yeah,
One last story that I love about the Electric Mayhem, the version of Bohemian Rhapsody that they did a bunch of years ago.
Yes.
If you look really closely at Janis's guitar during the guitar solo, it is a left-handed version of Brian May's guitar that he plays in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nice.
But
Yeah, but-
DethKlok.
Yeah, Pickles versus Animal.
I just
And you know what? If we had not voted for Nightmare, I would have given it to Dr. Teeth. But because we've gotten Muppets already through around, I think I have to give it to DethKlok because we need more metal in this. And I hate to,
Yeah, here's the
this
thing.
should have been an easy fight.
It should have, but as much as I love the Electric Mayhem, they're a fantastic band. I always saw them as Muppet P-Funk.
Yeah.
And an Animal is amazing. Dr. Teeth is amazing. Zoot. I mean, they're a great technical band. But DethKlok.
Gary, just to let you know, we're recording this.
Oh yeah.
I'm still basically going back and forth. It's Brendan Small who does like every voice in DethKlok, and versus Frank Oz and Jim Henson originally. And I'm like, I don't know, but Electric Mayhem. I really torn here. This might be an argument.
I continually have the Death Album 2 and Mermaider 2 in my rotation constantly. The Water God.
Right. Somebody.
Yeah. I am the Water God. It's.
I love and
I am ready to destroy the world when I hear that song.
You know what though? Let's say this: if DethKlok moves to the next round, which I hope it does, then hopefully we can at least get Animal to come and do a guest spot on drums, right?
Surely.
I'm having a problem. I'm having a lot of problems because I pulled so hard to get crossing my fingers to get the Electric Mayhem, into this bracket, and then they come up against DethKlok, and I weirdly Metalocalypse is such a comfort show for me. Watch a few episodes at a time because it gives me a headache eventually. But Swiss Guard's my favorite character. These ideas, dildos. I just. How am I supposed to pick you guys? I can't. I'm whining, and I absolutely know it. But I wish too hard. I know I manifested too much. I manifested too much.
You did.
Yeah.
One of my friends on Twitter earlier today was. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gary.
Oh, and again, the guitar progression on "Go Into the Water," where it's at the beginning of that song, where it just keeps building and building, and then you're like, "This is as metal as it could get," and then they kick it up another notch, and you're just like, "Ah!"
Right. And the other thing is that all of the majority of what Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem do are covers, as where everything that DethKlok does is an original song.
I mean, honestly.
Also
yeah, but you got to see them live.
Oh yeah, my roommate did.
Right. This agony is your karmic revenge.
Well, I mean,
for ruining.
Is this the karmic payback for the Soggy Bottom Boys? God damn it!
Oh, is this karmic payback for Soggy Bottom? But no, I think this is also. I think we also have to kind of look at the fact that we need to look at DethKlok is kind of to Hedwig, the same way Dr. Teeth is to the Ruddles, right? I mean, the Dr. Teeth is a parody. Whereas DethKlok is just going for it. Now, granted, it's a parody of metal bands, but like they're doing their own thing and they're making their own music, and I mean they.
Also has Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. I'm Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. I do cocaine.
Okay, quick story, and then we're going to vote. A guy that I worked with at the Birmingham News, one of my good buddies, cosplayed as Dr. Roxo.
Oh, I remember that.
Came up to me at Dragon Con. We're talking for 10 minutes before I realized it's my friend Mark, who I've known for 5 years.
And then you went, I do cocaine, and just walked away.
I do. Yeah. And then we did cocaine. It was a whole thing. So we got to do it.
Did we hear from Chris?
I want to keep friends with everyone on the panel, so I'm just going to kind of say that I feel like I have a concussion right now.
Oh yeah, I'm with Chris on this one. This is a horrible round.
I don't believe what is going on here.
My note to self is the next time I say I'd like to be a judge in a battle of the fictional bands, I put the monkey's paw down next time.
What a Pyrrhic victory this is going to be, because it's just like
literally burning down.
Just vote. All I can say, everyone, is vote your conscience. I don't know what else. This is so unbelievably difficult tonight.
It really is.
I'm not okay with this.
All right, so let's do it.
So Matricula loves clowns and Curtis loves cocaine. All right, so let's do this. Why not both? DethKlok.
We have to do. Come on, ready?
Oh, hang on. Okay.
One,
two. Damn it!
DethKlok.
Oh!
Whoa!
We promised to rock paper scissors if we disagreed.
Okay.
Oh wow, that
DethKlok.
was. So
I'm
that's
sorry.
We're gonna rock the clock.
It hurts me.
4-2.
It hurts me too. This was a really
Kermit and Fozzie are upset with all of you. Dr. Teeth is out.
Say no to Dr. Teeth, but
Dr. Teeth is out in the first round. I'm
upset.
gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked.
Waldorf and Statler haven't voted yet.
Dr. Teeth goes in the first round.
They're gonna come for us at Dragon Con, man. They're gonna want answers.
We're gonna get in the track room. It's gonna be like,
Good thing there's not a Muppet track.
It's gonna be like the principal's office. You need to come and sit down.
It's like, this is from Teeth.
Oh my God.
Yes, we know how you feel about Wild Stallions. I'm with you on Wild Stallions. I still had to vote.
They still didn't deserve to win against the Soggy Bottom Boys. And Soggy Bottom Boys.
look, all the panelists on the puppetry track are gonna invade.
Yeah.
And just beat our asses.
Yeah. Somebody get Bo Brown on the phone.
Yeah. Or maybe
8 people brutally beaten by Muppets. That's right.
beaten by Muppets.
Yeah, Joe, post that comment for Madison.
Round 2, because we're an hour and 8 minutes into this, and we are just now finishing round 1.
Oh my God.
Oh, geez.
All right, this I think might be quicker, or who knows? Round 2 in the next back to the hot dog round. Blues Brothers and Jem and the Holograms.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
Lord. Is that who got paired off? Shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
That's true. Ralph's not actually a member of Electric Mayhem. He could
But he plays with them
be his
all
own
the time.
contendant. Yeah. He plays with him, but he's his own piano dog.
Familiar with them.
Yeah.
He's his own piano dog. He could have been
Okay,
in the
somebody
cup.
just cocked a gun. I don't know. I'm coming for you.
We're just having fun here, people.
This is just a friendly competition.
None of this is legally binding.
Says you.
Don't hurt me.
Okay, so we have the mission of God from God. Oh, so once again, Jem and the Holograms are going up against the mission from God.
Mission from God.
Okay, so answer me legitimately. I do not remember during the Jem and the Holograms run, did they actually ever save an orphanage?
They ran an
Didn't
orphanage.
they run an orphanage?
They ran an orphanage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh, damn,
No,
you can't even get them on the
that was
orphanage.
Nightbreaker.
I was hoping I could give it to the Blues Brothers just on the orphan factor.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
Damn.
I mean,
Damn.
And both of them had crappy movie versions in the 21st century, so we can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Blues Brothers 2000.
Madison, I do want to see that matchup.
Yeah.
No one involved with Jem and the Holograms had helicopter controversies. Just saying.
Really?
Going
You brought up
dark,
the Twilight Zone? Oh my god. Okay.
Read outrageous conduct, people.
So let's do this. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid.
Okay.
Blues Brothers. Don't think about it. Blues Brothers.
We're brothers, yeah. Wow.
Another
We're
tie.
tied.
So it's 3-3. Shit.
Joe, it's up to you again.
And in the first round, I pushed through Blues Brothers and Jem and the Holograms myself.
Yes.
Oh, you did?
You hoisted on your own petard.
Even you're having difficulty here.
Hoisted on my own board.
we're all
See, Joe, I told you to get rid of that petard. It was going to be trouble.
And I'm going to be hoisted on it. Man.
We have a shared vote, and that's part of
And
the
if you
problem.
don't think Blues Brothers is sci-fi, remember Jake actually floated through a church ceiling. Okay,
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yes, he did.
and the car was like the Batmobile and like the Mach 5 and like every other freaking awesome car all crammed into one.
Absolutely.
It lasted
worked on
until
regular
they
gasoline.
needed it to, and then
Yep. Did you ever see that
I,
outtake where they explained how it got its superpowers? It was next to like a power generator, and like the
Oh,
magnetic
yeah.
waves supposedly were what did it. Yeah.
it was God.
I'm going.
I'm not. I'm so glad I'm not
He
Joe
doesn't
right
even
now.
know.
Joe's just like,
Who doesn't know?
What a thankless task you have, Joe.
I'm going to go Blues Brothers.
What? All right.
woo, man.
The 19 the
Justice for Jem. Hashtag.
Yep.
Justice
the,
for
the 1974 Dodge Monaco. My cousin had one of those. So
Bill and Ted are going to find Jim, and they're going to travel in time, and they're going to come for us.
Yeah. All right. Now, next up.
The Muppets and the Gem fans.
that's the original car.
Yeah, we are just, it's an outrage.
We're in
from
trouble.
everybody at this point. So, next up, Sexual Chocolate against Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I think we kind of have to go for Hedwig on this one because Hedwig has talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, now we're bringing talent into it.
Well, because all the other factors, it's kind of even. You know.
Yeah, I'm with Keith on this one.
it's true. Yeah.
You know, in the absence of any other separating factors, there.
That's fair.
And this was a head-to-head I wanted to see, and it turns out it's probably going to be very quiet.
Although, you know, Sexual Chocolate versus Angry Inch, the jokes just write themselves.
Hmm.
Dave.
Oh, you know he's going to try to make out with Hedwig.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
Hedwig is going to try to make out with him. This
Yeah,
is that's
yeah.
not a problem or an issue for either side.
He
Yeah,
believes that.
Anybody else?
I was just
All
going
right.
to say that Hedwig. Yeah, I mean,
Hedwig?
yeah, I think just from musical talent alone, you have yeah.
Hedwig.
Yeah.
Hedwig?
I mean,
Oh,
Hedwig.
if it was the Ruddles versus Sexual Chocolate, it would be a different.
That would be a whole different conversation.
All right. Now we're going to over to the Jabberjaw division, the Misfits
Okay.
against the Riverbottom Nightmare Band.
This is rough.
Oh my God, would they team
Villains.
up?
Bad.
Would they
Villains.
team up?
They
The
would team
Misfits,
up.
no, the Misfits would go back in time and kill them
Gary,
because they
I
don't
like
share
where
the
you're going
spotlight.
here with this, Gary.
That tour should play
I don't like
Chase
what
Stadium.
Gary's going. No.
Yeah,
Gary,
I
keep
mean,
the
no.
snake as a pet.
Yeah, the Nightmare Band needs to open for the Misfits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that would work.
Well, the Misfits.
So that means that the Misfits are the head. Wait.
The Nightmare Band.
Right. No, but that means the Misfits are the headliner, so they should go on to the next round.
Yes.
No,
That's,
Yes.
you-
Yeah.
that's what you just said, Gary. They would
My
open.
argument- My argument is that one of the arguments against Dr. Teeth last round was the Riverbottom Nightmare Band winning. So if they lose now, then Dr. Teeth's loss is even worse.
Correct.
Then we've got a
Dr.
Muppetless
Teeth's
bracket, and I don't
sacrifice
want to
was
live in that
nothing.
world.
Exactly.
Hold on, excuse me. I have a response to that. That's what you get for going against Howard the Duck, you son of a bitch.
You know, I'm
just
gonna
playing.
say
I'm not nothing but love. I'm just being silly.
Oh my god.
all I have to say now is the puppetry track. Oh,
This is now.
Living
This
the
is a whole separate.
Right.
For you, maybe.
I am going to vote Misfits for two reasons. One, they will never let Jem live it down that they made it to the finals and Jem didn't.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Two, the the puppetry track is already coming for our heads. Bring it on.
Like, seriously, Dr. Teeth is what they're going to be pissed about. They don't care about Nightmare Band.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I've met some of these puppetry people. EMMET is big with them.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm saying, but like,
friends
Dr.
who will fight me.
I mean, we should do a battle of the
conversation.
puppet bands. Curtis is
We
right.
really should. Yeah.
We should do a battle of the puppet
This
bands.
is like this is taken up. No more quarantine panels about anything else. Just from now on.
It is
I
the
like
year
how we're all 3 rounds away
2297.
from madness.
It is the year 2297. The classic track continues its epic battle of the classic bands.
Boop, there's me. Ooh. All right.
Whoever came up with this
Joe
idea
is just a head in a jar at that point.
Yeah, whoever came up
Drama
with this.
I don't remember. It was me or Joe. One of the two.
Yeah.
of
Oh,
us.
you're geniuses.
Yeah, this is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh my god.
Oh man, but no,
And
but
hurting our
Lola's-
souls.
Lola's right. Puppetry people can sew our heads back on.
Oh, no, that's so morbid.
now I'm starting to change my vote because I don't want to get my head chopped off or sewn back on. Quite frankly.
All right. Misfits.
You can't count it.
Yes.
You want Misfits or Riverbottom?
Riverbottom.
Okay, good. No, not yet.
So
And
Riverbottom
Otter
Nightmare
or
Bands?
the Nightmare Band. All right.
All right, so 4-2.
4-2. Okay.
4-2. Misfits 1.
Misfits. So up yours, Jem and the Holograms. The Misfits
Their songs are better.
Oh wow.
clearly are better.
Woo!
Now,
It is a bummer there are no Muppets here, though. I mean, I will say that.
I don't want to live in that
Yeah,
world.
I'm bummed.
Dr. Teeth got robbed. We all agree. Dr. Teeth was put in the wrong damn matchup. That was just
remember in week 4, there's a chance.
Yep.
that Dr. Teeth may get revenge.
No, Dr. Teeth didn't get it. They didn't make it to the semis.
Oh.
They were knocked out first round. They're out.
Nothing for Dr. Teeth.
Nothing. for
3
Dr.
weeks. We were building this up, right? And then the first round done.
Sad.
Keith is a Muppet.
Totally random. All right. DethKlok versus Marvin Berry and the Starlighters.
Oh, DethKlok.
DethKlok.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. DethKlok can beat Dr. Teeth, and they can fucking well beat Marvin Berry.
Oh damn.
Marty or no Marty.
Yeah, Marty, no Marty. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah, the clock is gonna is there's no way.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Back to the.
All right,
to
so
get the
this
winner.
is our semifinals, or are we at the finals?
We are down to the final 4.
All right.
Final 4, yeah, Final 4.
Blues Brothers against Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
All right, so just
Oh.
point of order before we go on. Everybody in the final 4 from the first 3 weeks is going to be in the finals. So all these people may face off again.
Okay.
So we got who again, Joe?
Blues Brothers versus Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh,
Yeah. These are good. Both of these are going to be hard.
oh.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Like, both the Blues Brothers and Hedwig mean so much to so many people.
Yeah.
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 I think this is just going to come down to personal preference.
Yeah, I think honestly it's going to come down to your musical aesthetic. Which music grabs you the most? Because at this point we're not talking about talent, because everybody in the Blues Brothers, I mean, literally,
Yeah.
they stack the deck. Like, the best musicians of the 70s and 80s are in the Blues Brothers. I mean, they are absolutely stacked. And Hedwig is just absolutely amazing. It's just a crazy amount of just glam rock, musical. I mean, it's got all. this sucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Curtis is right.
What have we done?
What have we done?
This is
And-
something
and-
Bad Boys versus Wild Stallions and shit again. This
Last
is,
week, praise.
You were too busy trying to figure out if you could do a fictional battle of the bands. You didn't think about what would happen if you did it.
it's true.
Thank you.
It's true.
Thank you, Kevin.
Very true. We Goldbloomed right into this. We went straight Goldblum right into the.
I got the list up on my other screen, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I will say this: Hedwig doesn't have a terrible sequel.
That is
that's a
true.
plus.
That is
That's
true.
true.
But we've been quoting literally Blues Brothers all night, and
Yeah.
that was a lot of the reason why Soggy Bottom Boys won in round one, in week one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm going Blues Brothers just because it's such a touchstone movie for me. That first
God,
one,
that sucks.
you know, like
It's-
that.
I actually did. They played at my first wedding, not when I married Ren, but when I married my first wife back in 1992. We had a band, and they played Soul Man, and they started the little guitar opening bit. And I happened to be walking across the dance floor, and I just stopped. I waited, and once the fast part kicked in, I started doing the John Belushi dance.
So when I was in high school, we did a big rock and roll show with like 200 kids and like a big production, and like we did Everybody Needs Somebody, and the two guys who did it were friends of mine, and they came out with the suits and everything and did the dance, and I played trumpet on that song. It's so nostalgic for me. I have to go Blues Brothers.
This is so hard.
And we were talking earlier about peak performance. We've got peak Aykroyd, peak Belushi.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we've got it's like we got a half a pack of cigarettes, a half a tank of gas, 400 miles to go. It's dark, and we're wearing
sunglasses.
Get it.
All right, so let's do it. Let's just let's
Rip the Band-Aid.
Yeah. Blues Brothers,
Yeah, we agree.
4-2.
Man, Kevin
Hedwig.
and Chris are like on Solidarity Street. Like they've been voting very consistently together.
We worked out beforehand how we were going to vote.
Okay.
I mean, that's
big
absolutely
fix.
right.
Thanks for coming
Carrie
up.
Fisher with a shotgun and
Block.
painted nails. Like,
That's true. The shotgun and the paint and nails. Or no, she was reading the what was the AK-47 manual, right? She was.
Yeah.
yeah.
My buddy James, he would know what gun it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I hate Illinois Nazis.
Oh,
I've always loved you.
Both kinds, country and western.
That's true.
That's
Full
right.
disclosure, I have a John Landis thing. So
Okay.
yeah.
but that's a fair criticism, though. I mean, if you got to bring a criticism down on Blues Brothers, that is the one truly fair criticism. But then that you also have to apply that to American Werewolf in London. But that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
He was in a band. He was in a band. They actually played in Lubbock, Texas.
We played in Lubbock, Texas. Yes, where they play both kinds of music. Yes.
Yeah.
Country
Yeah,
and
that's-
Western, exactly.
All right. So that takes us to the other side, which is
Who will take
DethKlok.
on the Blues Brothers in the finals between the Misfits and DethKlok?
It's gonna be DethKlok. It's gonna be
DethKlok.
Very
DethKlok is
similar.
going to beat the Misfits to death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
DethKlok is
With their
going
own
to feed them to their wolves. The wolves
No,
in their
let's-
heart.
Actually, no. Let's be honest. The Misfits will turn into the DethKlok's groupies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're right on that one.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
likely
the
true.
Misfits did pretty well, but they had a good run. But no,
They had a good run.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually, if you rewind that a little bit, I wouldn't be surprised if DethKlok is like the Darth Palpatine, Darth Sidious kind of motivator behind DethKlok, right? Like they're behind the scenes. They're actually the managers. They know they're going to lose, but they already win because their boys want to go forward. So like they're the secret power behind the band.
Misfits are the power behind the band.
Because the Misfits
Either
are old
the-
enough where they would have been like they start to cultivate the next generation of badass rebels. And yeah,
By the
I-
time
How
DethKlok
so
rolls
many
around, the
crossover ideas?
Misfits are
Well-
like the Debbie Harrys and
No,
the Pet Minotaurs.
No,
Yeah.
here's the thing. DethKlok goes to steal and use the Gem and the Hologram setup and actually laser the Misfits to death by accident.
You also realize that if DethKlok wins the whole night, it vindicates the Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem. It really does. If DethKlok wins the night,
Well, so let's vote.
People will be after us.
by the way, Lee, what did you say before? You asked me a question. What were you asking?
How are you so good at crossovers?
Oh, I have no idea.
Sean is just cool. He's been an amazing person I've known for ages, and I'm very proud to know him. He is awesome.
Well, we'll
take that
see after
compliment.
this
Thank you.
vote. Well,
So,
all right, so Misfits versus DethKlok. Misfits.
I love how hesitant you were there.
I love because
I knew DethKlok was going to win. So
right.
you know,
But you want to give the Misfits some love.
I want
gotta
to hold my
respect.
conscience. You know,
Yeah.
Pizzazz, man. You
Good for
got to
you.
give it up for pizzazz.
I love
Have
Jem.
the courage of your convictions, damn it.
Yeah, Madison's got it right. Jem and the Nuns versus DethKlok and the Misfits.
Yeah. Oh man,
All right.
that's
Now here we go,
Okay.
ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen.
so DethKlok, let's make it official.
okay. Here we go. Yeah, DethKlok.
From Chicago. All right, there it is. All right, so DethKlok is the winner. They head to the finals to take on Chicago's own Jake and Elwood Blues.
Can either Jake or
I don't
Elwood
like it.
play the bass guitar with their penis?
Oh my god.
No, but somebody on the
Probably.
band probably can.
Yeah.
No,
Probably.
Murderface can.
Yes. Mission from God versus Summon a God. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Man.
this one is. Oh, this hurts. This
I-
hurts more than the Stallions versus the Soggy Bottoms.
The guy who I'm voting for.
Well, hold on to your Dapper Dan there. I don't know about all that, but but I do know that this is at least almost as bad. Oh, this sucks.
This hurts.
Yeah.
While you guys are thinking, thank you
Are you gonna throw a
again
commercial?
for tuning in for while you guys are agonizing. Thank you for tuning in for week 3 of this. This is the most fun thing that we get to do every Thursday. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for joining us for an hour and a half or more. We're not done yet. Every week. We love doing this stuff. We hope you guys are having fun. We'll be back next Thursday with more agonizing choices. But right now, we need to get a winner. And if it comes down to me voting, I swear.
Quick, let's make that happen.
Rowan Pickens said, I had to see with Calluses about the whole, play the guitar with his penis.
Yeah.
That was
Week 3 of 738.
so very hard.
Yes,
I mean,
Ken.
I bet Elwood could probably play the harmonica with his penis.
Those would be slightly less interesting, Calvin.
So I mean,
Rubber biscuit.
Okay, that's going to be an interesting thing on Pornhub.
I clearly don't spend enough time on Archive of Our Own.
I do,
Can we
and I
just
haven't
skip-
seen that before.
yeah, I just want to skip and find out what skateboarding movie that Kevin's going to be reviewing this week. Quite frankly, I don't want to vote on this one. This one's going to hurt no matter what we do. I just want to go
Kevin,
straight to
go
the
ahead and tell
skateboarding.
us. Kevin, what skateboarding movie this week?
The next one's going to be Hard Flip, the Christian skateboarding film from 2004, starring John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard as the sort of concerned Christian father.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Oh,
God.
Skateboarding
Okay.
that's so great.
Is that it? Skateboarding is tool of the devil?
You'll
Okay.
have to watch the movie and find out.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Blues Brothers.
Hang on, we have an argument here. Hang on. Ready?
Okay.
Well, if DethKlok wins, it vindicates Electric Mayhem.
Yeah.
So we have to do it, right? Ready?
Yeah.
Kitty.
It's
Tie
not.
up to the rock. Hang
Oh
on.
my god. Oh my god. Guys.
Paper again.
What is
Really,
happening?
DethKlok. Fine, I give up.
Yeah, get the cat to vote. See if the cat. The cat's probably only scissors, right? Like, or,
We voted 3 times. We just
Yeah,
did the same thing.
I give
All
up.
right, Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers.
Oh my God, is it going to be a clean sweep?
Wow.
Wow.
DethKlok.
DethKlok.
I think it's going to be DethKlok. Yes.
Yep.
We have a winner.
And it's a clean sweep.
Oh my god, you guys.
Not that clean.
It vindicates Dr. People
Oh my
Electric Mayhem.
Yes. That.
Oh.
But also,
Oh, that one hurt.
You guys.
Just like, I did not think that it was going to be like this. I did not think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We thought it was just going to be fun and silly, and we're getting into deep philosophical debate.
Yep. I could just hear that was brutal.
What a bunch of masochists we all are.
This is just the best. I love. Yeah. This is. I can clearly say it's the best because I didn't have to vote in that last round. So,
all right.
But,
So, Joe, do you have it at hand who our contestants are going to be for the contest of champions?
Oh yeah.
Well,
because we have our final fours.
Soggy Bottom Boys were the winners of week 1, and Buckaroo Banzai and the Hong Kong Cavaliers won week 2, and now we got DethKlok in week 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the finalists from week 1 were let's see, Spinal Tap, the Archies, and Wild Stallions.
Okay.
Wow, nice.
And week 2, did the Wonders beat Buckaroo Banzai? I think they did.
They did not.
They did not.
No, they did not. No, and I was mad because I was like, no, we're going to take it all the way. But no, they got to the finals, but they didn't win.
Yeah, they were in the final four.
Then we'll be back in the finals. So the Wonders and we'll worry about it next time. Okay.
He didn't get spreadsheets open. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner, and it is DethKlok, and so they are gonna summon a demon and destroy all of us probably, and it'll be great and super metallic. So everybody, let's tell everybody where on the interwebs you can be found. Lee.
You can find mine and Madison's band, The Salacious Crumbles, on Bandcamp at bandcamp.com/thesalacious-crumbles.
Keith and Ren.
You can find me at decandido.net, which is my horribly primitive website, but it links to all my various social media and writings and my most recent books and my writing for Tor.com and my YouTube channel and all that other good stuff. So decandido.net.
Aren't you in a band?
Yes, I'm in a band called the Boogie Nights, and I was in a band in the 90s called the Don't Quit Your Day Job Players. Ironically, all of us had quit our day jobs. And then we broke up, so.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm found more or less around. There are no conventions for me to help run, so that's not happening until later in the year.
We're online.
What?
Online.
And we're online, yeah, but I'm not doing much.
Where can you be found online? That's what.
Nowhere. You can find on Facebook. You can be found on Twitter. I'm basically Ren Sims, Ren S, and that's really it. So I do editing, but that's
Anyway.
And Chris.
You can find my writing on denageek.com and Sci-Fi Explosion on every social media. Tomorrow night on the Sci-Fi Explosion show on Twitch, I'm going to do a tribute to Practical Effects. I'll be interviewing Gary Pollard, who's worked on everything from Labyrinth to Doctor Who. And more importantly, he designed some of the characters for Billy Ocean's Loverboy video. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. Tune in 7:30 p.m. twitch.tv/Sci-Fi Explosion.
Yes.
And Kevin.
I'm on AOL Instant Messenger at Kev Shindig. I'm on Friendster at Kevin Cafferty. And GleamingTheTube.net is my stupid podcast about skateboarding movies. And I'm also the Earth Station 1 podcast that came out today. I'm on that talking about WandaVision. So check that out.
Awesome.
And Sean.
Yeah, you can find me on most social media at NumaZ. That's PNEUMAZ. And if you want to check it out, next week, my wife and I are premiering a new show called Random Fandom, where we're just going to talk about random things that we love and really kind of do deep dives into it. And you can find that at twitch.tv/popcycled. Next week, we're going to be talking about the Friday the 13th series, which is my wife's favorite horror anthology, or not anthology, but series of movies. So we're going to get into that. And when you guys find out what her favorite ones are, you're going to just, it's ridiculous and it's amazing and terrible. And I love it.
And not leastly, my unindicted so far, co-conspirator Gary Mitchell.
You can find me here on the Twitters. You can find me here with Joe every week. I was actually on a panel about WandaVision for the American Sci-Fi Media Track on Sunday, which I believe they still have up on their YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be here with Joe. And next week we're doing if everybody remembers the Nicolas Cage match from the last in-person Dragon Con, we are doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger next week. It's all of Arnold Schwarzenegger's characters to see who is the ultimate Arnold.
The ultimate Arnold.
I watched Gary's WandaVision panel and then took all of his opinions and parroted them as my own.
Yes.
To make me seem smarter than I am.
So, guys, thank you very, very much for coming and hanging out with us. Please check us out on YouTube, on Twitch, on every day we're posting silly stuff on our Facebook page, facebook.com/groups/American Sci-Fi Classics. Join us there, like, subscribe, do all the things. We will see you back here next Thursday. On behalf of American Sci-Fi Classics Track and on behalf of angry Electric Mayhem fans everywhere.
Bring it, Bo.
That's right. We thank you. We will see you next week when Gary Mitchell will say,
I'll be returning.
Good night, everybody. Thank you very much.